Hello, and welcome to Driving Passion, a series of car reviews that once I used to do by text, but now in full-fledged video format, for the better enjoyment of the viewer. In this episode, I will cover the Buick GSX 1970s as the first car in the series. After the games were changed, whereas before I used to do reviews on Gran Turismo 6, now I'll do them in Forza 7. The choices of cars for this series will follow the car collection menu for the game. So if you want to know which car I'll cover next, give it a quick look. Also, the track which will be the testing ground for the cars will be Suzuka GP, which is my favorite track of all time. Buick is one of the founding fathers of American automotive history and one of the only that still makes cars nowadays despite GM's crisis back in 2008. It has brought to the people many remarkable cars such as the Buick GSX, the Special, the Riviera, and the Super. The GSX isn't different. Built around the beginning of the 1970s, it was a challenger made by Buick to try entering the fight against cars like the GTO Judge or the Chevelle SS, cars that look quite similar to the GSX. However, the GSX stood out as the best. The design. The GSX's body was based on the Skylark's design. And what can I say except this is one masterpiece in muscle car design. The body is sleek and long, made in the correct proportions which were the hype at the time. Its look is similar to the Chevelle SS, but it's got many different features such as a splitter below the front bumper, a 3-piece wing, a hood with scoop holes for the engine, wide oval tires, a dual-piece grille that mixed with the dual headlights, which gave it a dangerous look. However, one of the things which is pretty bad from the car is the fact that the tachometer isn't located inside the car but rather in the hood itself. It's said that Buick hated this decision, but it was an order from Pontiac. The interior is fitted with black leather seats, a black dash with wood parts for the velocimeter and others, and a gear shifter that looks more like an elevator lever than a shift step. The handling. The GSX was a prodigy of its era because it came better equipped, lighter, and handled better than its competitors. The car alone was great, but it could come with a stage 1 and handling upgrades, which could make it even better. For its time, it was a great success, a car looked up for in the great battle of which muscle car was better, more popular, and faster in the quarter mile. But for today's standards, it's not that big of a deal. Around the track, this car handled stably, sharp, but as expected from a car without hydraulic driving system. It's hard on the turns and on the leg transfers. The version which Forza has is the Stage 1 upgrade, and even with a upgraded suspension, one thing is for sure, new suspension when upgrading is a must. The power. The GSX was built with a 455 V8 engine that weighed around 68 kilograms at the time, which was impressive, and it delivered a delightfully rural sound which can easily exemplify the era of cars it was built. It has an actual good acceleration in comparison to newer cars today, and there is a reason why. The engine delivers an amount of 510 lift-foot of torque, so much torque that the only car to surpass the speed was the 2003 Viper, which had a V10. However, its full potential can be unleashed due to its transmission. The car features a 3-gear manual transmission. You heard it right, 3 gears. Because of that, the car can only reach 230 km an hour in 6,500 RPM, but slower because of its big gear ratio in only 3 gears. It has gotten a time of 13.764 in the quarter mile, which for a D-Class car is quite impressive. The GSX has gotten a time of 2 minutes 36 seconds and 875 milliseconds in its stock form on Suzuka GP. Best build. Knowing how the GSX is stable, but however pretty stiff, I've rated the suspension to its max level so it can mess around with its parts. Its handling is quite predictable, and even if your tail go out in the corner, you can power through this slide and still not lose control given the aero parts that were added. Also, I gave it a new transmission system so I could get out of a 3 gears hell. So now the top speed is much more manageable. I put 2 6.5s in the front and 3 4.5s in the rear, so the car could have more grip on the tail, which is really needed in the corners. And for the tires I've put sport tires, which is enough since the wheel spinning won't mess you up on the corners. For the engine I've upgraded the air filter, the exhaust system, the camshaft, the valves, the engine block, the pistons, a new flywheel, and a new double screw supercharger, which delivers an amount of 520 horsepower to the wheels, making this a roaring monster for A-Class. Its top speed is of 285 km an hour. The tune is available for download at the storefront, and you can get it by searching my name or looking for a tune with the name Buick GSX. The GSX has gotten a time of 2 minutes 19 seconds and 889 on the milliseconds on Suzuka, and proved to being able to handle both high and low speed corners, keeping its power down to the ground. Quarter mile time was off 11 seconds and 512 milliseconds, showing that even if it will spin, it won't lose power down the line. I hope you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments how you like this car. Did you love it or did you hate it? See you in the next video of Driving Passion. And also, sorry for the mic quality, it's because I really don't have any tool for me to help and any other good mic, if I can say so. So I'm actually using one of my headphones right now. But I hope you enjoyed it, even though the quality wasn't the best. See you next time.